Gentleman's time is reserved. For what purpose does the gentleman from California seek recognition?
Oh, I think I'll speak in opposition.
The gentleman is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ever since I got involved in public policy, which was about 40 years ago, this nation has been crying for energy independence. I remember my very first campaign, 1974, during the oil energy crisis, when there was all around the world, no oil available, no gas available, and so we wanted to be energy independent. We're actually getting close to it, although we continue to import 25% of our crude oil. But maybe we're on the cusp of being energy independent. And so what does big oil want to do? Well, it's not good enough that they should be the wealthiest of all corporations in America and the world. They want to take our precious and almost energy independent oil and export it. Where's it going to go? Well, who has the market? Well, China, for sure, wants oil. They're going to need to double their import of oil. So where's big oil going to go with our precious natural resource that we have for at least the last 40 years been trying to use to achieve energy independence? My good friend from Texas, why would you give away to big oil our energy independence? Why would we do that? And by the way, the 1975 law does not prohibit. It puts the hand of the government, the President, and the Secretary of Commerce on the spigot, and if it is not in the Americans' interest to export, they can shut the spigot down. There's no such protection in this. The only hand on the spigot for the export of oil is big oil. $30 billion a year of additional revenue for big oil, as if they don't already have enough. And what about the rest of the nation? Shouldn't this natural resource asset of America be shared? It could be. Control the spigot to the benefit of people at the gas pump. My farmers who need chemicals, fertilizer coming from the oil industry, they need the pipes, they need all of the material, and they need the diesel. Oh, we can forget about the farmers. After all, big oil wants to ship our precious natural resource oil overseas, probably to China. So why don't we put a control on this? If it's not in the public interest, don't do it. Make sure that our refineries, $8.7 billion of refining infrastructure will not be built as a result of this export. Whose jobs are those? The American middle class, which apparently all of us want to protect and enhance. Those are middle-class jobs, $8.5 or $8.7 billion of infrastructure not going to be built in our refineries. Well, this is not a big deal. After all, big oil wants it. It's no big deal that we would take, as we move towards energy independence, the one product that is available that could diminish the 25% oil we currently import. No, we're simply going to ship it offshore. For whose benefit? Are the American mariners going to benefit from that? No. Are the American shipbuilders going to benefit from that? No, not at all. Who's going to benefit? Well, some in oil patch will benefit for sure. Certainly the big oil companies will benefit, but will the American consumer at the gasoline pump benefit? Oh, I've seen the studies. You can design a study that will show it means nothing. But remember this, $30 billion of oil a year is going to leave this country. For whose benefit? For big oil? Not for the person at the gas pump, not for the farmer buying the diesel, not for the farmer that wants to buy the fertilizer. Give it away. Let them have it, as if they don't already have enough. For a century, big oil has been subsidized by the American public. Enough already. Enough already. I don't think this is a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea to take our crude oil and allow it to be shipped overseas with absolutely no restrictions whatsoever. You want a strong vote on this? Then make it a strong no vote. I yield back.
Gentleman yields back. Gentleman from Texas.
We'll put the gentleman from California down as undecided on the bill.